Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Dan and welcome to the final part of my There Is No Umbra mod showcase. In the last episode, we were off to rescue Neyanra from the Forsworn.
I am a force to be reckoned with. Yeah! What do you want?
Neyanra.
I knew you would come to the rescue, shining armor and everything. No wonder she likes you.
I wouldn't have thought the Forsworn could give you this much trouble.
Daddy, I'm just a staff, and a very, very old one at that. I can't risk chipping off my paint while fighting against these savages. A lady has to look presentable, you know. And more importantly, did you get it? The Hail Mary text from Callisto?
I did. It seemed it was his sister who found it originally.
Yes, very sad story. I'd cry if I had eyes now. Give me.
You said this will restore part of Dornbra's power?
Yes, well, more like remind her of certain abilities she has always had.
Certain abilities?
Her main ability, no less. The one I designed for her from the very beginning.
Which is?
Oh, only the crown jewel of my magical arts and cunning. That fool, theirs, thought he could split it away from her, bury it. Fool! Vuhomo! Now there was a man who knew how to appreciate fine craftsmanship. Bit of a penchant for mass murder, though, eh?
Neyanra.
Yes, dearie?
What's the ability?
Oh, it's mind control, of course. Look at your face. She's not gonna use it on you, you silly goose. She likes you. She'll get a kick out of wearing other fools like a sock, though. Can't wait to see my girl back in action.
And will she also get Wuhan's memories as part of this bargain?
Who do you think I am? All of this? Of course not. No, Roa can be perfectly selective on what to restore and what not to. And this actual thought approach was pure brute force, like doing surgery with a battle axe. Me? I'm a precise scalpel, dearie. You can trust your mother-in-law.
Give us a moment, please.
Sure. I know you need that permission.
Dornbra, this mind control power Neyanra talked about, is this what you want?
I think it doesn't matter anymore, beloved.
What do you mean?
She's already done it. This conversation you're having with Neyanra is just a game for her. A test, perhaps. Though I don't know if the one being tested was me or you.
It's already done?
She's right. I have always had this ability within me. And now that she has mentioned it, I can simply feel that I could use it again, if I chose to. In combat, if I am ever temporarily defeated, I could simply reach out with my mind and an enemy would would pick me up from the ground, and would in but a single instant become entirely mine to control. To wield against our other enemies like my puppet, and to discard like garbage once the fight is over. Beloved, I could do this. It could help us. Would you permit me to?
So what was the point of getting Aldmeri text then?
You'll have to ask Neyanra. Though, now, I have an idea as well. She simply wanted us to know what Calixto was planning for his sister. To plant in our minds the idea, the possibility of... No. Better speak with her about this.
Dornbra, I don't have the right to restrict you. Use your powers as you see fit.
Thank you. Your trust means a lot to me. This will only help us. I've no goals other than being by your side. That has always been the greatest difference between me and Umbra. And not any one power, nor ability, nor memory. And that is the reason why she will never return.
Yes, dominate our enemies, Dornbra, and enjoy it. Together we'll be unstoppable.
Yes, beloved, yes. I can hardly wait. I wonder if the world is ready. There's no obstacle that can slow us down. I'm excited to try this.
And now to find the real reason why Neyanra sent us to Windhelm.
Yes, and remember, I will always support whatever you decide.
So, are you going to tell us the real reason why you wanted that text?
Can I just say I'm so proud of how sharp my baby still is? The fool this may have erased her memories, little one, but he didn't make you one bit dumber. No, he did not.
Neyanra, what are you going to do with the Aldmeri text?
Why, I'll read it to you, of course. What else can anyone do with any text ever, you precious pumpkin? Now listen carefully, because there aren't many people around who can still read this anymore. Ready? 17 tendons and a sort of ligaments, 173 fragments of bone for assemblage, approximately 4 bucketfuls of blood, not preferred. 6 spoons of marrow, no more than 2 from the thigh. 12 yards of flesh before cutting. Got all that? Don't worry, you won't have to get your hands too dirty. I'll give you a spare. It will all be handled very neatly, just like when I summoned the letter into your pocket, remember?
Why would I gather all this for you?
Oh, please, don't pretend you don't know. It's so that I can build the Umbra her own flesh body, of course. Now off you go. Try and pick pretty corpses, yes?
Her own flesh body?
Yes, skin, hair, pretty eyes, full lips, the whole package. Again, don't pretend you're not smiling. I'm too old for games, excepting my own, of course. spell. Just cast it on any female corpse, and it will summon to me what I need. 10 young female bodies should be more than enough. Come back to Joe Run when you're done, alright? Have fun, you too.
About what Neyanra said, about how she can build you a flesh body.
I would be lying if I said the idea isn't intriguing. To be able to hold your hands in mine, to feel you, skin to skin. We don't have to target innocent people like Calixto did. Plenty of evil ones cross our path every day. Beloved, is this something you want as well?
It is.
Then we both have something to look forward to.
Huh. This gives me an idea. Okay guys, whoever can kill the magic sword gets to keep it. Looks like we have a winner! Forsworn Looter number 5, go and collect your prize.
Now you'll pay.
What's this? Number 5 has just turned on her friends. What an upset! It's a massacre! Well done, number 2. Claim the sword and be crowned champion. Oh god, number 2 has gone mad with power. Oh, the humanity! What's this? Number 8 is coming in from behind? Will the surprise be enough to take number 2 down? And 8 goes down, and the winner is Dornbra! What does she win? Your flesh and bone!
So what do you think, Pumpkin?
Neyanra, is that you?
In the flesh, dearie. Nice, isn't it?
So all those bodies we harvested, they were really just for you?
Well, yes, and I think the results speak for themselves, don't they? You have a good eye for beauty. Now, don't get mad. I was merely my own test subject. You wouldn't want me trying risky and experimental magics on your beloved, now would you? At least now we know it works. Consider this my payment for all the help I've been giving you. As a staff, it would have been rather difficult to go around Skyrim collecting bodies, you see.
You haven't actually helped us. You have only helped yourself.
Not true. I opened many doors inside my little one's mind, and yours, but more are yet to come. But before we get to that, you need to remember the rules of the road, as verified by me. Listen up. The 10th body you harvest will actually be the one she'll inhabit. So keep count and be choosy. Once she's in there, she will have to deal with biological functions she has never ever dealt with in countless eons. She'll get hungry and thirsty and will need to sleep, yada yada. Get your mind out of the gutter. That too. If a body dies, she will simply return as a soul. Also, if you summon her at any time, her body dies and the fun is over. Back to soul. That is, until you kill 10 more women, of course. I wonder if this is the origin story for Tamriel's future #1 serial killer. Oh, just any body will do. My baby is too special to just inhabit any random lassie. You'll have to find unique individuals. But don't worry, once she makes a particular body hers, you won't ever have to harvest anything else anymore for her to wear that same body again. You can keep a whole collection of them in your basement if you want. A girl needs a full closet. What? You seem thoughtful. Oh, go on and have fun out there. There's more to your story still, but you can afford a little break, can't you? Go celebrate. Get her drunk. Make her feel the grass under her toes. Have a snow fight. The world is always ending. You can't wait until tomorrow. Now get out of here, you two. Go kill pretty people. Come back when you're grim and ready for the dark final chapter.
Neyanra, quite the character, isn't she?
I think eons of alienation as a living artifact have warped her mind. I can relate.
Are you ready to end your eons of alienation as a living artifact, Dornbra?
There's nothing else I've ever looked forward to more than this, beloved. Let's go get ourselves in trouble. Let's go find ourselves some evil people.
So this is probably the hardest part of the mod, deciding who will be the body Dornbra will inhabit. Any female NPC or follower will do, as long as they can be killed and they are not considered elderly. Also pretty sure any of the hundreds of followers on the Nexus will work, and some already dead NPCs will work too, but not all of them. If you're playing a good guy and killing innocent people isn't your thing, I recommend doing the Lost to the Ages quest where you will find the body of Katria. Don't worry, her ghost doesn't mind too much. My personal pick though is Ingjard from Fort Dawnguard. She is 100 in two-handed and heavy armour, making her ideal to wield Dornbra. Plus she's not bad to look at either. She doesn't appear if you don't join the Dawnguard faction, but I made a quick mod that changes that. Dornbra?
I can hardly believe it. I can feel my lungs filling with air. I can feel the ground beneath my feet. Beloved, so many sensations brushing against my skin. I'm overwhelmed. In a good way. I've never imagined being alive could feel like this.
I'm happy for you.
Yes, and I'm so grateful to you. I don't even know where to begin.
Neyanra said you should run barefoot on the grass.
Yes, and on the snow. I want to swim in a lake. I want to know what it feels like to warm by the fire, to sleep in a cozy bed, to sneeze. To hold you, finally. My pleasantries to you.
Should we head back to Neyanra now?
It's up to you, beloved. I can't imagine what else in the world I would need from her. As far as I'm concerned, I have everything I want already, right here with you.
Still, her words about a dark final chapter stayed with me.
Then, let's go. We can't have a shadow looming over us. Not after everything we've been through.
Whatever it is, it will be alright.
Of course. We've faced dragons and daedric princes. What else could this mad world possibly throw at us?
Oh, dearie, you just couldn't stay away, could you? I knew it was a matter of time.
It's good to see you too, Neyanra.
I bet it is. Just look at this body.
I have a feeling you've planned a lot of what's happened so far.
Dear old me, a schemer? Why, I'm offended. But yes, most of it, not all, not the details. But the major parts, yes. Still, you are here because deep down you know the story is not over. Something is nagging you in the back of your head when you look at her. Particularly when you look at that pretty stolen face of hers. You know, someone else can look at you from behind those starry eyes. Someone unpleasant. A certain daedric prince you might have made certain deals with at a certain time. No. You don't have to explain yourself. I'm not judging you. God knows I've done much worse, and I don't even regret it. I'm only pointing out the problems so that I can then offer the solution, see? Clavicus needs to go.
Clavicus? Again?
Oh, part of him lives within her. Don't you forget. You don't get that much power packed inside such a slim, fiery package without some daedric meddling, you see? And this I knew since the moment he came to me with his crazy idea. You could say I've been planning this for as long as she's been alive.
Planning for what?
My revenge, of course. Your beloved has been eating a pretty steady diet of souls, has she not? I'd say, judging by the ideal mustard standards, that she should be about full and ready by now.
Ready for what?
Ready to replace the part of her that belongs to Clavicus. Ready to finally be free, once and for all. You're going to go inside of her, and the Sawadagis, and evict the old print of bargains right out like a deadbeat tenant.
Or I've already traded 10 dragon souls for her freedom.
Dearly, you misunderstand. It's like this. The only reason she floats and docks is because part of Clavicus Godflesh lives inside of her, all right? Your mother-in-law has been working very, very hard to create something else to replace the ugly core inside of her. All you have to do is get in there and do the swap. Clavicus Godflesh out, who ideal Godflesh in, bam, freedom.
But how can I go inside her?
Oh, that's easy. The same way everyone else goes out, dearie. Should have stopped you with the pointy end. I will look at your face, don't worry, dear. If there's one thing we've all learned from this entire fairy tale, is that bodies are nothing but fungible flesh wrappers we souls wear when we're vain enough and don't know any better. I'll keep your flesh wrapper safe and sound for when you return.
Once I do this, if I do this, then what?
If you do this, huh? Well, if you do this, you will find yourself in a realm of pure magic. Anything down from fears or hates will be there to oppose you in whatever way Dornbra imagines it. You will make your way past all that to the top. Clavicus, already a crude representation of him, will be there. He'll talk a big game, but remember he's powerless to stop you, stop him if you wish, or ignore him altogether. Just keep going, swap one core for another, and you're done. That's it. Then I take you back into your fleshy suit here in the world of the living, just like I channeled myself into this sweet-looking body I'm wearing. I'm here and like I get to both live happily ever after, while I return to Hyrule to charm the young lad or two.
What do you gain from this? You have always had something to gain.
Other than a young lad in Hyrule? Well, the satisfaction of knowing I stuck it to the Prince of Awakens second time. If I go for a third time, I get a free sandwich from the College of Whispers.
How do you know Clavicus will stay away for good?
Well, he might not. But his foothold on your beloved with the gauntlet lace. And isn't that worth the effort? Don't you want her to be truly free?
I must speak with her first.
Don't I know it, dearie? Well, go.
You heard what Neyanra said.
Don't worry, beloved. It's not going to happen. There's nothing in this world that would make me stab you. No matter how many reassurances of your resurrection she ever gives us. Not even if you ask me. I learned my lesson from El'Qul's blade. Best we be on our way, because as far as I'm concerned, we're done here. Goodbye, Neyanra.
Are you sure you won't even consider it? What if Clavicus comes back?
Let him try. We beat him once. We'll beat him again. Let's go, beloved. The world awaits us.
Don't do that. I hate the sight, but you will.
Alright, this next part might confuse some people, but the only way to continue with the quest is for Dornbra to exit her new body and re-enter it again. Usually this would happen if she falls in battle, but if you use a Summon Dornbra spell, she'll exit the body and become a floating sword again, or you'll wield her in your hands if they're empty. Then simply use the Harvest Body spell on her flesh body to put her back inside. Then the story will continue. Dornbra, what's wrong?
Well, well, well. What is this new toy you've brought into this world? Is this really my Umbra? Why, this has all sorts of potentially delightful applications.
Leave her alone, Clavicus. We had a deal.
Oh, we have a deal, of course, of course. My word is my bond. Too bad the original owner of this body couldn't strike her own deal with you first, Maybe you two could have shown her the same kind of mercy.
It's none of your business. Leave her.
That's not very nice. Imagine if I had told you that back at the cave, when I had every right to absorb her. In fact, I had more of a right to absorb her then than you two had to hijack this poor woman's body now. I guess poor Callisto had a right idea, but he forgot the rules. Rule number 1, be the hero of the story. Rule number 2, do not anger Daedric princes who can steal your loved ones with a snap of their fingers. Oh wait, that was not for Callisto.
What do you want? What will it take for you to leave us alone?
1,000 dragon souls. Why, although you have to admit, taking over someone like Elisif would be all kinds of fun for this little province, wouldn't it? I mean, it worked well enough for Jaeger Farm, I'll be seeing you two, Have fun while I think about the next step of our partnership.
Are you okay? Is Clavicus gone?
I feel violated. Is this what Umbra's victims felt? Is this what my victims could feel? I didn't know. I can't.
Please be strong. I'm with you. We'll get rid of him.
Yes, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's just go.
Neyanra.
I felt Clavicus too. You don't have to say anything. No speeches. Here is the ideal form. Countless lives were sacrificed to create it. You know what you have to do.
If I don't come back, don't let Dornbra blame herself.
Make sure you come back then. I'll keep your body safe, and I'll channel your soul back in at the very moment you swap the cores. You have my word. Now speak with her when you're ready.
Are you ready?
This is the hardest thing I'll ever do, beloved. If you don't come back, I'll find you. I'll pierce the skies over Sovngarde if I have to, but I'll find you.
And I'll defy every Daedric prince if I have to. Do it.
Beloved.
All the living shall fear the dead. Death comes for you now. Death comes for you now. Death comes for you now.
Bravo.
Clavicus.
Bravo. That was quite entertaining to watch. Such skill. Didn't think I would see you here, however. At least, not so soon.
I came to remove you from her, Clavicus. Dornbra has earned her freedom.
Has she now? And how, may I ask, did this happen? Was it perhaps from devouring people's souls for eons? Why, if this was a fairy tale, you two would be the bad guys. A serial murdering duo rampaging all over Skyrim, devouring people's souls and defiling women's corpses. And that fool Olvis would be the impotent would-be hero who was too weak to finish the job.
That's not how it is, and you know it.
You know, you're right. You're not the villain in this fairy tale. You're more like the patsy. Used and abused. Beloved this, beloved that. Deary this, deary that. But you know who the real villain in this story is. Neyanra, all along.
Explain yourself.
She told you to just walk up to the godflesh and swap it, didn't she? Probably she told you to ignore me too. Did she mention the ideal masters? Ah, maybe she did. Of course I've always been aware of her silly trap. Nothing amuses me more than little mortals thinking they got one over me. I'm the child god of the morning star, the prince of bargains, the granter of wishes. I make vampires walk in daylight. I make kings drink from my bitter cup. And she really thought I wouldn't notice a leak to the soul can in my own goddamn godflesh? So amusing. So go ahead, Saviour, strike me down. All the power Neyanra has been storing within the ideal masters will come back all at once and flood me out. I will watch helpless from my fields of regret as my Umbra finally replaces one godflesh for another. Ah, children grow up so quickly. So go ahead.
Is this a trick? You want to be removed?
Oh, you want me to spoil it for you? Fine. Elhu's blade is nothing compared to what the ideal masters have in store. Remember, your beloved has been sucking souls as Umbra for far, far longer than that Umbra. Your ideal master's godflesh is almost all Umbra. When all of those stored memories come flooding back all at once, she will be, I'm afraid, overwhelmed. Specifically, the Umbra will. Umbra's going to be just fine, I guess. Tough gal, that one. Takes after her daddy.
Neyanra lied to me?
Oh, Neyanra doesn't really care if it's Umbra or the Umbra who comes back. It's all the same to her. As long as I'm out, she'll just claim she fooled me a second time and exit stage left. But I'm guessing you care, don't you?
I can't let Umbra return.
Then leave. I'll snap my fingers and you'll be right out of here. Just go and explain to sweet old Neyanra that it's not so easy to fool a Daedric prince after all. Or stay, cut me down with that flaming anger in your eyes and swap the godflesh up there. Umbra will put you to good use when you return. But know this, if you truly care for Dornbra, mortal, you'll leave. It's the only way to prevent Umbra from taking her over. Unless, of course, you're just like Neyanra and you don't really give a damn about her, as long as you get to score just one more point against me.
I have a bargain for you, Prince of Bargains.
Oh ho ho, I've heard this one before. Very well, regale me.
I'll give you the ideal master's godflesh that Neyanra gave me.
Oh? And in return?
And in return, you will help me replace your godflesh within her with mine.
With what? What? Listen, you may be a big deal in the world of mortals, but friend, you are still a mortal. You have no godflesh of you. And without neither mine nor the ideal masters, your beloved is just an elaborately shaped hunk of steel. Let me be crystal clear. As noble as it sounds, you can't sacrifice your godflesh for her because you don't have any. She will die.
Then we'll die together. Better than to go on living forever under your shadow.
Funny, but like I said, you're not a god, my friend. Being brave or stupid is just not enough sometimes.
You underestimate us mortals. Umbra will return, but you'll be gone.
You think destroying this image of me makes any difference?
You are not welcome here.
It's good to see you, Neyanra. It's been centuries. You look younger.
Umbra?
You did well, Neyanra. You played them both like a fiddle. Your plan worked.
Yes, it certainly did.
Something wrong? What year is it? It feels good to be back. I feel strong.
Did you face any resistance at all from the newest set of your memories? She called herself Dornbra, did she? Did she fight back at all?
Yes, cute name. She fought like hell. Still no match for me, of course. Why?
No reason, no reason. So, what are you trying to do now?
Well, now that I'm finally free of Clavicus, the world is wide open.
And as for your puppet, are you going to do the mind corruption thing?
It's a mutually agreed upon merging of the minds, Neyanra. You know this. So who rules over Skyrim these days? I have fond memories of the Blue Palace.
Listen, before you visit anything, there's another part of my plan that I'm working on.
There's more? Go on.
Yes, it's a big dragon show. A big dragon show. Have you heard of this thing before?
Well, we're in Skyrim. I seem to remember dragons are in the local culture.
That's right, that's right. Only in Skyrim you would find word walls.
Word walls?
Yes, and the puppet you're wearing is special. Has a unique ability to decipher the dragon writing and word walls for you. It's the quickest way for you to gain power, Umbra. Dragon power, not really mortal. After all, the king was recently murdered, making the political power vacuum for you to exploit. A general happy day, that's right. Shouted to death. Magical shouts. Control.
Interesting. Do you have a particular word wall in mind to start?
Yes, oh yes. Of course. I prepared everything. It's called Arkwin Point. Yes, and the word wall there will let you feast on your enemies, Umbra. Or, I mean, you will be able to suck their souls out at a distance like a vampire. I'll go there ahead, if you don't mind, to prepare everything. Since I can teleport and all.
Very well. I'll meet you there. And Neyanra, good to be working with you again.
Right, no pass with me this time, right? Believe right?
Umbra won't let you let go of her. You are mostly in the dark as she controls your body and your actions. But there is one thing about Umbra that you never felt before while wielding Dornbra. Raw power. All your power attacks will now explode with Umbra's fire.
turn of events.
It certainly wasn't near Neyanra.
Oh God, you made it. I mean, you finally made it, yes. Well, what do you think of Skyrim so far?
Not much has changed. The puppet I'm wearing has an interesting story.
Right, pretty special, huh?
Much better puppet than Elhu for sure. Why? I'm sensing distress, Neyanra.
Distress? Not at all, not at all. So, is the puppet hearing us right now?
No, I find its mental noise an annoyance, so I keep it deaf and blind. Why?
Well, you have to let your puppet listen and see in order for it to read this dragon wolf for you.
Are you sure? I've been managing well so far.
There could be multiple words in this word won't. Only the puppet would know.
I see. Very well. It amuses me to feel it squirm behind my eyes anyway. Done.
Good. Well, then let it hear this. 30 seconds.
What?
Just hold on for 30 seconds.
Neyanra, what are you doing? Neyanra, are you alright?
She got me good. But let no one say I didn't end what I started. We don't have much time, though. She won't
She wanted me to kill you. I resisted. You saved me. Are you okay?
Just fine, dearie. I should be asking you that question. I guess I owe you an apology. I didn't think things through with the Idol Masters. I figured Umbra could try to come back, but I thought Dornbra would win the fight.
Why didn't you warn us?
I'm sorry I didn't warn you. You may not have done it if I had. I'm sorry I couldn't take the chance. Dornbra's still in there, fighting like hell. I'm going to give her the upper hand, and this time I'll use your own feelings for her. That was the first plan too, by the way, and yes, we are trying it again.
I don't understand. What do my feelings for her have to do with anything?
Not much of a romantic, are you? Listen to me. She's still in there, giving it all she's got. She's holding on to whatever precious happy moments she spent with you. Holding on to them dark beacons in the dark. When I say dark, I mean pitch black ions of controlling people's minds and eating their souls. That was the price to pay to get rid of Clavicus. And I always knew that Umbra's love for you, if nurtured correctly, would end up greater than Umbra's hatred of mortals and of this world. All the tasks I made you do together, all the morally grey soul searching, it was all to bring you closer to each other. But if you don't love her like she loves you, then tell me right now and let her go in peace. Otherwise, it's now and never.
I love her. I love her more than she'll ever know.
Well, she has to know for this to work. Dearie, we're going to try. It's a three-way operation. To keep your flesh suit alive, it's going to cost me mine. But hey, flesh suits are underrated anyways. I hope you put yours to better use. And I do take good care of you here. There are forces in this world stronger than mere divinity.
I am a force to be reckoned with.
Dornbra, is that you?
Beloved, I'm back. I had to fight her. She put me in the same cage Ulvis built for her. But I fought back. I fought back Umbra with all my strength. And I feared you would not come for me. Please, hold me.
Of course I did. By the divines, I'm so glad you're back.
I will never let you go again.
I fought her as well. I don't know how long. She almost made me kill Neyanra.
Neyanra. Suddenly, I heard her voice, and the cage shattered around me. She said, there are forces stronger in this world than mere divinity. And then, I saw a light, and the light made me think of you.
I felt it as well.
And then I felt strong enough to stand up to Umbra and put her in the cage instead.
Neyanra gave her life to bring you back.
Then she has given me my life twice. Is it over? Is it really finally over, beloved?
Can you still feel Umbra within you?
She is back in her cage, nursing all her dark memories. It's the same cage Ulvis built. He too, in his own way, gave me my life twice. And now that Clavicus is gone, there's no one else, beloved. You too gave me my life, and more than twice. You saved me from the pit, and from the cave. From El-Hul, from myself. Truly, my eternal life is too short to thank you.
Dornbra, I know you're afraid of outliving me, but I have a new goal now.
A new goal, beloved?
To make the name Dornbra eclipse everything the name Umbra ever meant.
I don't know what to say.
Say that you'll stay with me.
Until the end of time then, beloved. Until the end of time. And, beloved, I love you.
And with that, we've finally finished There Is No Umbra. Next time I will be making a video covering the various possible endings that could have occurred in this final chapter. If you enjoyed what you've seen, drop it a like and subscribe to keep up to date with my latest videos. And until next time guys, catch you later.